minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone.
Look what she says here. Did he really just say on camera, that's okay, I don't care what you want, I'm going to force myself on you, and we're going to talk anyway? Did he really just say that? Mr. Perry does the same thing to me every fucking day. But he's worse. He types it in my phone that he hacked. Illegal access and use of an electronic device, sir, you're in a lot of trouble for. I guess tonight they hacked again. They hacked my DoorDash and had me go to get around an algorithm that chooses drivers randomly, and had me go, by the way, DoorDash, our guys talked to someone over there. They were pretty upset to find out that their app is being used illegally for criminal activity. Just so you know. So someone over there is cooperating with us, with my guys apparently. Anyways, I mean, you should know that. Upworks as well. And Amazon. All three. You start making phone calls. Here's the thing. I've already told you guys this before. Everybody's very, very tired of the repeat. Here's the thing. We're getting information from inside your criminal organization that nobody else has gotten before. Only when you do the crime to me. I mean, we've said that over and over and over and over. When you do it to me, it's different. We find out. We get inside information. Right, Muffin Man? That's a nickname. Right? Right, Betancourt? Right, Sonjay? Right, Beverly, who is all concerned about my shoes. Beverly wishes she would have worn that one pair of shoes. Which pair? I've got a bunch of shoes. Apparently you're all obsessed with one pair of shoes. Tonight they hacked my DoorDash. Remember I said that they're in trouble for human trafficking and human rights violations, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts with intent to coerce. Mr. Perry, you got about 4 contracts right now. Your neck is on the line, not mine. It is a problem, sir, for you, not me. See, my guys are able to discuss this stuff with people that I owe money to and do business with very discreetly. You're going to get a charge, a criminal charge. Okay? Every time I can't pay a bill right on time. Any bill. You're the causation. You do it on purpose. You do it maliciously. You've told everybody who will listen, I'm going to starve her until she lies. You, Calvin, have been recorded over and over and over. We just haven't made her destitute enough yet. We got a trafficker. We got to deliver. We just haven't made her destitute enough yet. I'm going to go get that car. I'm going to tell her she has to take a bus out of town and she can't come back to Oklahoma or we'll kill her dead. We just need to tell her family to tell her it's just best for everybody if she leaves Oklahoma. We've heard you. That's a recording. The police have it. Okay? David, you think I'm clairvoyant. Go into any court that you guys are in right now. It's Judge Parker or whatever Matt Powell has, is obsessed with serving or whatever you guys did there. Go into that courtroom with a straight face. Tell the judges that you think I'm psychic or clairvoyant. And explain the Fabian puzzle. You do that. We will laugh all the way. I mean, do it. I dare you. I think you need to get a grip on reality, sir. You don't want to. I'm not in the room with you guys when I'm quoting you. Do you see me in the room? No, you're sitting on your fat lazy asses watching me in my room. You're voyeurs. The allegations are voyeurism, hacking, illegal access, cloning or hacking. Doesn't matter. Illegal access to an electronic device. Illegal access and illegal use. Felony stalking. Felony human trafficking, felony coercion, perjury, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, tampering with witnesses. Should I go on? The NDA that you have isn't worth a shit. It's not worth the paper you wrote. It's written on. Because it's to us, once you start going into criminal activity and that person becomes a witness in a criminal matter, sir, Mr. Perry, you gave us evidence in writing of witness tampering. You cannot tell people that they cannot talk to police. Title 18, United States Code 1512 and 1513. Please do get an attorney who can read. Preventing and delaying the reporting of crimes. Well, you signed an NDA. Yep, no, sorry. For that, it is not applicable. For that, it doesn't matter. You cannot, by any reason, intimidate a witness or try to force someone to change their testimony, and you do it to me every day. You threaten me and threaten me. I'm going to false arrest you. I'm going to starve you. You're going to lie. You're going to be delivered. Every time you do it, they add another charge to the list. You got a list of women victims. We got a list of that. We got a list of your code words. We got a list of your people's names. Name one of my guys. One. Oh, yeah, you can't. Quote one meeting. Oh, yeah, you can't. You know why? We're getting the help with information, not you. People are sick of you. You've not lost a thing. The concern is for people like me and Mike Neely and the Millers that have. Now, you ask me every day, like you actually think I want to help you, and nobody understands why you think that. Who is it? This guy? Is it that guy? Who's leaking? Is it this one? Is it that one? I'm gonna starve you. I'm gonna false arrest you. I'm gonna kill you. We're gonna force you to go. Is it your family? Is it like he thinks first of all that I care? We need to talk. No, you need to talk. I need you to shut up and leave me alone. You're not in compliance with the law. You're breaking the law. You're the offender. Okay? Fuck you. Get away from me. I don't want to hear a word you have to say. You don't even make sense. You embarrass the hell out of people because you don't even make sense. You can tell you got Huntington's disease. You know how we found out you have Huntington's disease? When you contact me, when you take my money, when you invade my privacy. The longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the more problems you cause for me, the more we get. And that was part of it. Cause and effect, same, different, before and after. Right? Okay, so I get a lady that orders DoorDash, and I take it to her house. Immediately, it wasn't too long after that, we hear, my guys are like, listen to this. They're calling her, they trying to do the murder thing again. And she said the same thing all the other witnesses says. She's quite a bit, the lady, this is not the same woman. They don't even look close to the same. The woman I saw is quite a bit bigger than Cyndi, which we've heard that before, and said that before. I think I heard her say her hair is more coarse. My hair is more coarse than the other ladies, most likely. I'm going to guess at that. I couldn't hear which person had more coarse hair. One of us has much more coarse hair than the other. I have the Indonesian in my blood, way back from somewhere. I don't even know where exactly. But when I was a little kid, the other kids teased me. They called me a boat child. In the 70s, when I was a kid, the boat children were Vietnamese refugees. They called them boat children. It wasn't very nice to call them that. I got called that because I looked Chinese. I looked fucking Asian. So we have Indonesian, I guess it's Black Dutch. Indonesian and people migrated to Holland and made babies, and I'm one of them. And I also have German and Black Dutch. Some family members have the German, like my sister's blonde hair, blue eyes. I have the dark hair, the Asian shit. My hair is very coarse. I've been asked by, I can't tell you how many hairdressers. Are you Asian? Somewhere way back, yeah. So probably it's my hair that she's saying is a lot more coarse than the other girls. I don't know. But we've had the same conversation already. But you got recorded tonight, June 30th, 2023. Again, talking about a witness that you used DoorDash to identify me from an illegal access and use of my phone, my electronic device. Asked her, is that the person you saw at the crime scene? And the lady said no. They don't even kind of look the same. The other one I saw was a lot bigger than this one who delivered my food tonight. And her hair is more coarse, whichever. I'm not sure. We're not sure which person she was referring to. We're not going to put words in her mouth. She's going to have to clarify that for our guys. Okay? When you do the crime to me, you pay for it in ways you've never had to pay for it before. It's a whole new ballgame. It's all different. But it's the same every time you do it. So tonight we hear them getting yelled and screamed at by somebody. I understand Mr. Perry's made a big mess again today. Well, if we can just get her back out to that club. And he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop right there. I've heard enough, the guy said. I've heard fucking enough. First of all, why isn't she at the club right now, waitressing? I thought y'all had that worked out. And he said, no. And he goes, okay, second of all, what she said is that when Charles bothers her and takes her money, things don't go well. It's a mess. And I keep hearing a whole lot of promises that you guys are going to fix it, and it's never fixed. It's always worse. So make him stop pestering her and give her some money. I don't know what else to give it. At least get these guys off our back for a little while so we can figure out a solution that'll work, because nothing you've done has worked. And you keep trying to get her back out the club. Why isn't she there now? Wait, I thought y'all had that figured out. It says, here's what the problem is. He has a girl named Amanda who's his drug dealer. She's selling drugs out of that club for them. They're not going to make her leave. She tried to frame me for petty theft. I don't have time for that. Would you? I've never been treated so bullied in my life as I was bullied by that little fucking meth head. I've worked around United States senators all my life. United States congressman. I was raised in the home of an elected official. Do you really think I'm going to deal with that? Fuck no. Everything was a thing and everything was drama. I'm not going to deal with it. I've said that over and over and over and over. I don't want to deal with it. No one. You have the right to a harassment-free workplace. I said it. I'm not going out there when she's there. You want me out there, I'm waitressing and that girl's gone. So since she's your drug dealer and she's not going anywhere, the bouncer said. We heard him say, the bouncer said, Cyndi said she's not going to come back until Amanda's gone. Amanda's selling drug. This is how we know she's running your drug. She's running drugs for those guys. She's not going anywhere. So Cyndi's not coming back. Here's the thing, though. You told us to bully her out. So don't complain about it now. We did exactly what you said. We read every script you gave us. Yeah, we know about the scripts. We heard all about the scripts. We read every script you gave us. You told us to call her grandma. We called her grandma. She's not here anymore. Stop whining about it. That's what you wanted. If you wanted her back here, then your girlfriend Amanda wouldn't be here, and she would, and there wouldn't be any bullying harassment at work. Everybody has the right, the legal right, to a harassment-free workplace. You're accused of felony stalking. That's what the man said. Here's the problem. You guys are being accused of felony stalking. Whatever you do, you can't do it where there might be that accusation. Why isn't she waitressing tonight? When she's broke, and when he pesters her, she said, don't contact me, and don't invade my privacy, and don't fucking take my money, and if you do, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay in ways you've never had to pay before. Okay? What happens is, everybody gets all pissed off, and we start getting intel like a motherfucker. That intel will be used in a court of law to get a conviction against you, and you're gone. We don't have to deal with this anymore. That's what everybody wants. That's why we can get the help and you can't. We quote you, you're not quoting us. We're naming your people. Our guys won't call you back. They don't deal with stupid. Busy. Getting intel so that they can do it for you. He said, you can do it yourself. Comply with the law. That's all we're asking you to do. We're not asking you to climb Mount Everest here. We're asking you to comply with the fucking law like everybody else. And if you can't do it, I'm going to do it for you. Okay? That's your choice. You do it or I do it. You continue to choose not to. So his day is very busy getting intel, so he's gonna do it for you. You're locked up and you're gone, and we don't have to deal with this anymore. No more loss, no more problems, no more drama, no more invasion of privacy, no more creeping everybody out and giving everybody the heebie-jeebies and a sick stomach. No more weird Charles bothers everybody in Oklahoma where he doesn't live and was never invited and has no business being. No more ruining people's lives and then going, tell me who tells on me. Who's telling on me that I'm ruining your life? Help me ruin your life. Tell me. Oh my God, wow. You're off your nut. How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing. So, you embarrass the hell out of everybody. You're not getting it. Your stupid is embarrassing everybody. Most people don't have to be told this at all. Sir, you've been told over and over and over things most people already know. Your conduct is offensive, highly disgusting, demented, depraved, disturbing, and offensive. We get the information, not you, because of it. Stop. Stop embarrassing yourself. Stop embarrassing everybody else. You don't have that right. You don't have that right. Get a doctor. They have facilities to help people like you. Huntington's disease causes paranoia, delusion, hallucinations. The guy sees things that aren't there. And psychosis and impaired cognitive reasoning. Somebody got really mad at you. I'm done arguing with somebody who doesn't understand what I'm saying. I'm sick and tired of trying to reason with that guy. He doesn't even fucking understand me. I'm done. I'm like her. We're done. Don't call me anymore. I'm done with you. You call and you pester everybody. You bother everybody. And everybody's sick of it. So this guy tonight was like, don't tell me again you're fixing the problem. And then here we are again. It's at the end of the day and it's just one more mess Charles made again. Pestering her and taking her money. Get him backed off. Give everybody some breathing room. Because he's provoking these people helping her. Get him off of her. Get her some money. And then figure out what to do. Because what you're doing isn't working. All that's happening is he's provoking people that have a hell of a lot more power than he does and can get shit. We don't know how he's getting it. But he's getting it from them to her. And Perry acts like he didn't know what's happening. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear one more time y'all are going to fix the problem. I've been hearing that for 10 years. All it happens is Charles provokes, Charles pisses everybody off, Charles makes everybody mad, she's broke, everybody's pissed off, he's pestering her and contacting her, and she told him to stop it, and then she quotes everything we said all damn day, and we got a bigger mess than ever. Yeah. So why would my guy talk to you? You're a waste of time. You're a waste of time. There's no fucking way first I think he said, in response to your threats, I'm going to starve you until you lie. I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment. And you said that. I'm going to take your car. Right? Isn't that the threats? Or, I'm going to get you a house in Houston, but you got to suck this realtor guy's dick forever. Or for the week that we let you live after you sign my affidavit lie. We just need you to apologize. Right? I'm not supposed to know about the affidavit or your demands for an apology. I'm sorry you're stupid. There it is. I'm sorry you're a fucktard and you keep getting caught and you think that's the crime. You're offending everybody. You're offending everybody. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma and nobody cares what you think and nobody asked you and you need to shut up and leave everybody the fuck alone. Stop with the delusion. Get yourself in a home, a special needs facility home, because we're all tired of dealing with it. Mark, we're sick of dealing with it. Even your people are complaining today. I don't want to hear one more time how they're going to fix the problem. It's always a mess. It's always just a bigger mess than ever. It's always Yep, if we can just get her back out to the... Whoa, he stopped you. He goes, whoa, stop right there. No. Here's the thing. Why isn't she there now? Second of all, the allegations are felony stalking. So you're not supposed to know when she's at the club or where she is or where she's living. So how are you going to get around that? I don't know. Didn't one of you guys go call Ted and ask Ted how to get around that? Call Ted and tell him what she just said and see if he can get around that. Ted Hogan? You calling Ted Hogan right now? Huh. That's interesting and duly noted for the record. You know how we got that? Charles was told not to contact me. You do not invade my privacy. You don't contact my family. You get your hands out of my wallet. I'm not to be broke. Period. Because if I am, and you're provoking, and you're contacting me, and you were told to fucking stop it, then we're going to get more until they have enough to arrest all of you. They want everybody. They got plenty on Charles. Plenty. He's the gift of criminal excrement that he can't stop. He's a fucking it's so easy. It's not even fucking fair with that one. Go into court, David, and tell the judge with a straight face that you think I'm psychic. I would love to see that. We need to laugh. We're all pissed off today because Mr. Perry bothered, and I'm broke, and he bothered and threatened, and is it this guy? Is it that guy? I'm gonna have you false arrested. Is it this person? Is it David? Is it Al? Tell it on me. Like, he actually thinks I would help him ruin me. How about I kick your teeth out? How about that instead? I am never going to help you. You have a lot of nerve to even ask. In fact, that provokes my guys more than anything. The nerve of that guy that he's asking. What we said is don't fucking contact her, dumbass. I'm not going to help you. So he started out when Perry's making these threats. I'm going to starve you and kick you out of your house and take your car away from you and make you destitute unless you lie and be trafficked. And then if you lie and be trafficked, I have this great house in Houston for you. And you got to suck this guy's dick that's going to buy you. Wow. I'm like, ooh, yuck. No. None of the above. My guy goes, oh, none of the above. First of all, there's never been a time she has to lie for you. We got the whole bunch of the truth over here, bitch. You're asking who leaks are. We don't have to ask those. We don't make those kind of phone calls or ask those kind of questions. We don't have them. We don't have leaks. People like us. They don't like you. You're the offender. Your conduct is deviant and offensive and sick and twisted and monster. So, right? Isn't it? Do you see everybody else acting like you? No. They don't act like you. Your conduct is a crime because people don't like it when you do that. And when you do that, people aren't going to like you. And most people don't have to be told that, dum-dum. Why do you? So what happened is, our guy says, none of the above. At no time does she have to lie. Never does she have to lie. I'm fixing to put you in jail and give everything back to her, and she didn't have to suck even one dick or tell one lie. So fuck you. You're going to have to deal with me. I'm the one getting the information from you, okay? And then I give it to whoever I want to give it to. That's between me and them, right? Anybody in the need to know. 40 cops, 12 reporters, 3 not in the U.S. You know why? When the information when the story breaks, we want it outright. So 12 reporters they have worked with for 30, 40 years. They trust and they know, inside out, backward and forward. They're not going to tell you shit. Call every reporter you know. They're not going to tell you shit. They have a script too, by the way. People, you guys like scripts, don't you? Okay, so he said, here's what's going to happen. You can give it back, what you took from her, fix what you broke, and get the fuck out. Get the club full of paying customers that are gentlemen and don't grab. Get Fabian interested enough to talk to her, and you butt out of that. It's not your business. Give her money back that you stole. Pay her for using her body against her will for your entertainment and for profit. Get Michael Neely home to his family and get the fuck out. Or I'm going to do it for you through the normal legal process. Put your doll in the trash. How about we start telling everybody about your doll? What problem has your doll solved ever? You like provoking? How about we start talking about you and your doll? You got a special relationship with a fucking weird little girl toy, don't you? Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. What problem has that thing solved? Name one. It doesn't. It makes a mess for you. Weirdo. You have no idea the sick and twisted that this... It's a, BTK, Charles Perry, cut from the same cloth. Weirdo shit. No normal person could think up if they had to. That guy, Charles, does all day long. Is anybody sitting with him watch? I mean, can he prove otherwise? No, he can't. They've been begging him to go home and go to his family and get back to Lubbock and leave everybody in Oklahoma the fuck alone. So he doesn't have an alibi, as it turns out. And so, when my guy said, You do it or I'll do it. That's your choice. It's going to happen either way. You do it or we'll do it for you, princess. But it's going to happen. You can leave her alone. And she's getting back everything you took. She's not going to be broke anymore. Ever again. Once you're gone, once we arrest you, she won't be broke ever again. Okay? So, they say it, then they show you. We've quoted you every day since. We said that. He said that in March 2020. After that is when we get Bencor's name, Lucius, Geppetto, Blankenship, Desiree, Calvin, who's bald and fat, Sonjay, your hacker, Geppetto, you're a witch, Beverly, Renee, Kate, James, Rubin, Richard, Dickey, right? Andrew, Lawrence, all those people that work for you, right? Beverly's all worried about my shoes. I don't even fucking know the woman. Don't know her from Adam. I may have run right into her tonight and didn't know that's who I was talking to. I mean, who are these people? Stalker. So you made somebody mad. He's like, it's always a mess. Quit calling me and telling me you promise you're going to fix it. And then it's another mess. It's 10 years of this. And then at the end of the day, she's quoted everything you guys said again, all day again. And it's a bigger mess than ever. Get him off her back. Because he's provoking people that have a hell of a lot more power than he has. Charles, you don't have any power, princess. You can't even control yourself. You got a big old fat weirdo problem. And no power over it. It's very embarrassing, sir. You're just retarded like this guy. And I'm sorry if some people get offended by the word retarded. It's, let me explain it like this. When I had my medical business, I had patients that had Down syndrome. Who were very kind, productive, intelligent, within the of the they were intelligent for the level of formation of their brain that they had. One of them was so impressive to me. She was 35 and literally had the intellect of a 6-year-old child. Most delightful person I've ever met in my life. I sat and talked with her for hours, her and her family. She so impressed me that when we had a huge Durable Medical Equipment Association of New Mexico event and like a candidate feature type deal. And we had gubernatorial candidates there. We had mayoral candidates there. We had state rep candidates there. We had Congresswoman Wilson came. And I invited my one patient who had Down syndrome. I wanted her to meet those people. Of all my patients, of everybody I could have had come to that meeting, I wanted my patient with Down syndrome who had the mind of a 6-year-old to come and meet all those people. That's how that's how highly I think of an individual with Down syndrome. That is not what I'm referring to when I call Mr. Perry a retard. It's a completely different thing. And I'm not going to explain it. I don't know anybody an explanation. Second thing is, by the way, this thing that we keep hearing you guys complain, she can't just say use allegedly. She can't just say use allegedly. Fuck you, I can. Right now, you don't know what we can and cannot do. Here's the thing. We have a strategy and it's working. You don't know when, where, how, who. We sat down and went over everybody, all of you, and all of your personalities, and all of your strengths and weaknesses with the shrink. But we do that. We do it frequently. She sat down, and all the guys who are very, very experienced in law enforcement and dealing with psychos like you, and they developed a strategy. They took it to the judge signed off on it. And that's all I'm going to say. Nobody owes you, the offender, an explanation. If you have a problem with it, then when you're arrested and you're in trial, ask the judge then, okay? Right now, no one feels sorry for you. You've not lost a thing. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. All you have to do is get off me, rapists, and get out of my home. And never bother me and my family again. Nobody invited you here. No one asked you what you think. No one's going to help you. In 10 years, no one has. You're pissing us off. Now, on that strategy, and part of it, only part of it, I divulged that to Sergeant Marcus Harper at Tulsa Police long ago, before we started implementing it. This isn't like some bullshit story I just came up with as an afterthought to explain some away. Oh, fuck no, it never is it? We always do it before, not after, dum-dum. We had a meeting, just like you guys have. We have a shrink that helps us come up with a strategy based on your strengths, your weaknesses, your personality, and your cuckoo bird problems. And we developed the strategy. Marcus Harper was let in on some of it. In writing, he's got it. Part of it. Not all of it, but part of it. And then we begin to implement it. Okay? It's working. It works perfectly. No one has the kind of information we have from inside your criminal organization. You don't get to question what we do. We don't know you shit. You're the offender. You're causing people to lose everything they have. You're blowing up people's lives. You're taking lives. And you don't get to do that. So we don't owe you a fucking thing. We don't have to say use allegedly. We don't have to do the disclaimer at all, sir. Okay? That disclaimer was actually a temporary fix for something you said and something you did. Long term, you're going to jail, and you can deal with all that then. If it hurts your little feelings. You're blowing up lives. You're taking lives. People have lost everything they have because of you, and you're worried about being called a name. No one cares what you think. We don't feel sorry for you. You're blowing up a life. You've not lost the thing. No one cares what you think. You were never invited to Oklahoma. Mr. Powell, you weren't either. And yet y'all never, just like this guy. Constantly. Go be with your families. Go work. Go be normal. We're sick of hearing it. All of you. We're sick of hearing it. So you're just like this.
Please leave me alone. Stop following me. Stop. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. Don't stop.
John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill the president. Okay, shot up a bunch of people. Forever changed their lives. It took him a long time to recover. And he was mad that the Secret Service hurt him when they tackled him and stopped him from shooting. And you're that guy. Literally that guy. Get a fucking life.
Don't stop. This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
Picture?
I got scratches.
I can show you the picture.
How do you like having a camera stuck in your face? Oh, I got pictures of you. Want me to go get them? Oh my God. You completely missed the point. She's like, no. That's not what I'm saying, dum-dum. Mr. Perry's the same way. I'm gonna starve you. I'm gonna... Is it Al telling on me? Who's telling on me? Is it Dickie? Is it Richard? Who's telling on me? Oh my God. Nobody wants to help you. Why would I help you? Get away from me. Whack job, get away from me. I got pictures of you everywhere you go. When you DoorDash, I got pictures of you so I can show I'm not stalking you in Oklahoma. I'm just going to work, doing my you have to go to work. First, David comes in and threatens to murder me, and then Mickey James, and then Pintos soliciting prostitution, all in Oklahoma at my work. Now you got Amanda, your drug dealer. Is she a drug dealer or not? Prove that. We want to see what you do. Over the next 3 days, you got 3 days. We're going to watch everything you do regarding that club you're not supposed to be in. Felony stalking, he said. You're accused of felony stalking. Watch what you do. You're accused of human trafficking and violating human rights. Watch what you do. Because it looks to me like you're just making a bigger mess every day. I keep getting a promise that you're going to fix all this. And every day it's the same thing. It's one big mess. He made another one today. Here's the thing. The problem is you're not getting what the problem is. When you're contacting her, when you're invading her privacy, when she's broke, guess what? It's another mess again today and nothing's fixed. So don't sit here and tell me, if we can just get her back out to that club, well, why isn't she there tonight waitressing? I thought y'all fixed all that. And once again, it's not. That's what he said. I don't even know who it was. They don't tell me who it was. Whatever doesn't make sense. That's, yeah, here we go.
Right now?
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father.
Slavery ended at the Civil War, dum-dum. It's like Iraq. Well, he's not kidding. Didn't even dignify you guys with a goodbye. You're that wacky Jackie. Yeah, I can't blame him. Okay, this we actually don't have to do, Mark. We don't owe you an explanation. You guys are the offenders. We don't have to explain shit. This right here is about using the stalkers use technology to stalk more these days, like hacking, cloning, voyeurism, GPS in somebody's car. Okay, this one is about what the cops are supposed to do when they get a stalking complaint. Not give it to the offender so he can obstruct justice, destroy evidence, perjure himself by concealment and by just flat out straight up lying. Or were you just delusional from your Huntington's disease? And then we lose a cop. Dead Lucky, Almost Dead, Framed Mike. You heard of them? Yeah, we don't just leave one behind, guys. So, no, that's a fail on that. Big fat fail. There's the disclaimer we really technically don't have to do. We don't owe you an explanation, sir. And yes, we can do what we want to do. That's strategic to catch your crime. And it's working. So fuck you. You don't get to tell us what to do. Okay? You're the offender. Everybody's mad at you. We are getting help, not you. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Everybody's pissed off at you, not me. Everybody's sick and tired of you. I have family in Oklahoma. I came here to be with my family and have no further dealings with you or Matt Powell. And no drama and no conflicts. And you guys came up here and you just dag it on and antagonize and get mad, make everybody mad every day. Every fucking phone call you make up here demanding to know my whereabouts, every fucking thing you do to cause me a loss gets us more. That's how we found out you got Huntington's disease. And Mike was drugged and didn't do it. You pissing everybody off, people with a shit ton of power. Yeah. Alright, so we got this. There's all the perjury and the fraud and the obstruction all outlined here with the text and all the evidence in support of the claims, right? That you guys won't let me in court to show anybody. You never overcame all this in court, ever. Everybody's really worried that if my ticket goes to trial, which I want to make it go to trial, okay, that it's going to be a mini criminal case for you. Believe me, I'll do my best to make it that. I'm in there to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? So help me God. You wanted me pulled over. You wanted me ticketed. You got your way. Now we're going to deal with it in court. It's going to be a preamble to your criminal trial. And nobody owes you, use allegedly. Fuck you. You're unbelievable with this stuff. You bully and provoke and antagonize and instigate. And then when you get caught, oh, I'm the victim. Oh, why don't you like me? I blew up your life. I'm trying to murder you. I'm trying to make you a sex slave. Why don't you like me? Oh, for God's sake. Wow. Okay, this Tulsa police. Listen, I had about 20 things happen to my car that I did not call in. I'm finally like, we're in court now. I fucking ought to call this in, but it took me an hour to decide to do that. An hour. Usually I make decisions pretty quickly. That one I paced back and forth. I prayed. I was like, God, I don't know. You know, this is a mess. They've made a mess. I'm not sure what to do. So what should I do? I went ahead and I called it in. And I told Officer Gibson, I'm in court with these people right now that are stalking me. One of them has his employee staying right there, 3 doors down from me. What are the chances? You might want to check the dates and see if he came after me. My guess is he did. Second of all, if he didn't, I didn't know they were here. I had no idea. Second of all, I need to get a protective order because this is about the 20th thing they've done to my car. So if it comes to be, we don't know who did it. Nobody saw. It might be, it's likely them. We don't know. It could have not been them. That's why we need a police investigation. And if it comes to be that it shows that your investigation proved that it was them, if you can, then I need to get a protective order. We're in court right now. I can go in and ask for one. So, 6 days later, though, guess what? Chief Miller's murdered. Who did he tell that he was going to do something? They were talking about the Jeff Epstein case just a few hours before the murder. It was videoed and part of the Michael Neely's trial. It was put into evidence. So you're their Jeff Epstein. That's the case that just landed on their desk. A big one, not just car vandalism, right? It looks like he did the car vandalism because 6 days later the chief is murdered, and a guy's accused of murdering him who had a beatdown. He beat him to death. He hit him so hard, the ME said, it was like he was in a car crash. His head was decapitated internally. His head was hit back and forth and back and forth and back and forth so hard it came off his body. And yet the guy that did it was also found unconscious, in respiratory distress, dying of opioid overdose. Nothing's found in their personal belongings. So how did that get in him? Yeah, we'll never know because the test wasn't done right. Kind of like my arsenic. Both of us have. See, we spot your pattern the second time you do it. Now there's also the Justice Scalia questions. Why wasn't protocol followed in West Texas where we all were, and you're planning another crime, another fraud? Send her home. We're going to harass the shit out of her. When she complains about it, we're going to play the victims and say she's harassing us. You can't just say use allegedly. Right now, you don't know what we can and can't do you? You don't know what the judge approved of and didn't approve of, do you? Yeah, I'd be very careful about anything you say. Remember, you do have the right to shut up. Any stupid thing you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Go through your fucking attorney, and otherwise shut up. That's why you have an attorney. If you can't afford one because you killed a cop, they'll get the dumbest fuck they got just for you. Good luck to you on that. So, every one of these recordings, you're going to have to ask for a motion to dismiss or suppress. Motion to suppress. And there's thousands of them. Yeah. You're just sitting in your criminal excrement. And you just keep shitting yourself. It's unbelievable. It's so easy, it's not fair. So, every time you go at me and antagonize and instigate and provoke, then we quote you. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. We're getting the help, not you. People hate you. You're taking things that don't belong to you. You're blowing up people's lives. No one cares that you got called a retard. Too bad, so sad. Call your mom. No one else cares. No one else gives a fuck. You need to grow a pair. Quit being a pussy. So, what happened is, Mike is found unconscious, in respiratory distress, dying of opioid overdose. We say that in January 2020. We say it again more emphatically in March 2020 to the Florida State's attorney. You got the wrong guy. There's no fucking way he did this. No way. It's not possible. Not only, sir, is it not plausible, it's not even possible. There's not a bump on his head that he's treated for. He's not treated for being knocked out in a fight. He's treated with Narcan to save his life from opioid overdose, and there's not a mark on him. The only thing in the arrest report is a red swollen right hand, which, by the way, had a needle in it from an IV. Detective, stupid. I fucking hate finger paint cops. We call them finger paint cops because you got to get the puppets and the crayons out and the finger paints. And, well, detective, actually, here's what happened, okay? We'll always look at the evidence because the evidence doesn't lie. People do, dum-dum. So when he's interrogating Michael Neely, who's a detective, by the way, who just took my car vandalism report 6 days before that Charles says he didn't do, and yet here we got drugging, obstruction of justice yet again, and destruction of evidence yet again, and perjury again. Patterns. Second time. 10 years. You go at me, you get caught. You go at me, you get caught. Only when you go at me. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. The cause and effect. You do the crime to me, the effect is you get caught. You're asking for it. Don't cry about it. You asked for it. That's what the bouncer at Sensation said. You wanted us to bully her out. We bullied her out. Don't cry about it now. She's not here. That's what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Okay, pussy? Now, you're a fucking coward. You're a fucking coward. So, finger paint cop, doesn't look at, there's no injuries on him. Point him out. Sir, you're in the interrogation room. Michael's like, I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I don't have anything. Look at my hands. They're fine. Well, it appears he was beat to death. Yeah. Fucking Barney Fife here. Okay, Barney, here's the thing. If you hit somebody, you're going to have a bruise on you somewhere. Especially if you hit them so hard they died. Like they were in a car crash. I mean, you're... Somebody ought to slap you for being stupid. I mean, you can't actually do that. Please understand, Mr. Powell. That's sarcasm. You understand sarcasm and snark, sir? We understand it has to be told. You have to be told. This is sarcasm. This is snark. It's not to be taken literally. Okay? Ask Jason more about my sarcasm and sarcasm and snark. He and I could. I mean, I'm not a whole lot different than him on making sarcastic jokes. All right, so here's this. It's unbelievable. You people in Lubbock have to be told, this is a metaphor. This is an analogy. It's not to be taken literally, dum-dum. I fucking hate stupid people. I can't do it. I really can't. I can't fucking do it. See my patient that had Down syndrome? I could talk to her for hours. And I thought so highly of her. I take her, not my other patients. Not my other patient. I had all kinds of patients to choose from. All of them beautiful people. She was the only one that had Down syndrome. I take her to meet Congresswoman Wilson and the other elected officials. I took her. I can't stand stupid. It's a whole different thing. So, there's that. You see that? My granddad was the chief of police, Mr. Perry. He's responsible for getting the alien things all set up in New Mexico because Roswell was going broke, I guess. He was a Roswell City Councilman in 94, 95 when he did the Affidavit referred to in the National Geographic documentary about the Roswell aliens landing in Roswell. He didn't believe in aliens, but that doesn't matter. The point is, other people are interested in it. They might. I think all in all, the jury's out on that. Everybody has their opinions, right? So people want to come look, and they spend a shit ton of money in that town. So they have him to thank for that, Mr. Perry. You need to realize who you're dealing with before you just jump into the shark tank and get your ass eaten off and then cry. Yeah, well, you're in a lot of trouble because you're stupid. It's your fault. Don't blame other people. You did this. You came to a state where you weren't invited, you don't live, you don't have any business being here, and you won't leave. You're broken into my home, you're beating the hell out of me, and I'm kicking you off me, and you're crying that you're getting beat up. And everybody's like, what a dum-dum. If you don't like getting hit, get off of her and get out. She doesn't like you. Move on. Move the fuck on. Grow a pair of balls, act your age, and move on. Everybody else does, why can't you? You can't even keep up with normal. You can't even just keep up with average. You're definitely not excellent. You're not high functioning. You don't function at all. My 7-month-old granddaughter, 7 months, she's a baby, can watch TV, pretend, and play with little girl toys, which is exactly what you do all day. Yeah, you're something, and you can't understand why people don't like you. Okay, so that's what happened to Michael. You can't beat somebody to death and have nothing on you, no injury. It's not possible. You especially can't do it with your ass. And you for sure can't do it with anything if you're passed out because somebody slipped a little opioids in your drink and you drank it and passed out. And that's what the fight was about between Lucky and the killer. What'd you give him? It wasn't a fight between Michael and Lucky, was it? It was a fight between you guys, the murderers. They knew him. They let him in the room. There's no cameras in the hallway, just in the lobby. But there's other entrances, right? And exits. So you guys got in the building, you went up to the room, they knew you, they let you in. And then you murdered him. And Michael, like me, didn't die, so you do a false arrest for both of us. That's your pattern. And Justice Scalia, oddly, while you're planning to perpetrate a fraud upon the highest court in the land, let's harass her, and when she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. Get her tweeting about it. We're going to fuck up her car and get her tweeting about it, and then we'll say, oh, she's lying. She's harassing me. Right? And then he was like, yeah, I don't think so. So somehow you guys get him Hansel and Gretel hunting over in West Texas, where we all are right then. I don't live in Texas. You had me fucking kidnapped is what you did. You used the taxpayer-funded resources for your own personal gain and profit. And you're still trying to do it, aren't you? And you don't get to do that, do you? This time you're getting caught. You're not getting away with shit. We don't know what you think you're getting away with when we quote you guys every fucking day. You tell us, genius, what do you think you're getting away with when we quote you every day? You're asking about leaks. So what is it you think you're getting away with, dum-dum, when you have all these leaks? You've never been so caught. $25 million bought us a shit ton of intel, didn't it? So you paid $25+ million for a cover-up that covered up nothing. We got intel out of that, didn't we? You chase the lie, we get the truth. Every day it's the same. Now your guys all pissed off. I thought every day you guys promised me you're going to fix this, and every day it's a bigger mess than ever. Once it's out, it's out. You say it one time, we gotcha. You say it 20 times, it's icing on the cake. We only need once to prove malicious intent, malicious aforethought. You knew it was a crime. You did it anyway. Yeah, you can't use the McNaught theory, the McNaught theory standard is the not guilty by reason of insanity. First, there has to be a disease. Second, the disease had to affect your ability to know that what you were doing was a crime. For example, my friend Tanya. I taught a girl named Tanya in aerobics. Sweetest person you could meet in your life. Never saw her yell at anybody. If you made her mad, you knew it, because she would just kind of purse her lips a little bit and kind of give you that look like she didn't approve. Otherwise, she didn't yell at people. She wasn't violent or anything like that. She has a little boy, and then she has a little girl, and she puts the little girl on top of the dryer, goes outside to check on the little boy, and the dryer catches on fire and the baby burns. She dies. She was burned also, going inside trying to get the baby. A few years later, she has another girl. So she's got the boy Christian, who's 9. She's got the girl Gracie, who's 3. And there was a guy that had leased a building to them for their church. Her husband was a Bulgarian preacher, minister, church guy, whatever. They leased part of his building to have their services, Bulgarian services. She begins to think that this man is not on the up and up, which he wasn't. He had actually been charged for Medicaid fraud in Hawaii, running a teen challenge. I guess he applied to the Medicaid program for kids. And I don't know if some were not even there, or if they didn't qualify or what, but he got charged for that. But she thinks he's going to molest her kids. She was also molested as a kid. She's already lost one kid. She's hyper vigilant. She's getting fucking paranoid at this point. And nobody will ever understand why the hell she did this, but she stabs her kids 200 times each and kills them, and she tells the cops, I'm sending them to heaven. Now they won't be molested. That was better than what she, in her, she had some postpartum something, some post-PTSD from the loss of the first baby. I don't know. But that was insanity. Not guilty by reason of insanity right there. She didn't know she committed a crime. The judge said this was a particularly heinous crime, which you and I go, yeah, clearly. I don't know what the frenzied attack was, what the overkill. I mean, I don't know. Gosh, I wish I could understand. If she could explain it, we'll never understand. Why would you stab your children 200 times each? Each child, 3-year-old baby girl, 9-year-old boy, had over 200 stabs each. And that was saving her kids from being molested. I don't get it. Nobody will never understand. Anyways, but she was found not guilty by reason of insanity because she expressed that she didn't know what she did was a criminal act, and she had a disease. So she meets both the 2-prong test for the McNaught standard. You don't. You're crazy and nutbag as they get. No question. Diagnosed, nuttier than a fruitcake. Delusional, whack job. But you know what you're doing is a criminal act because you're trying to make everybody lie. So you know you don't qualify. At least not as when you're committing the criminal act, you know. Now, 6 months from now, you're in jail and you're in trial, and the judge says, you know, we need to get him tested because he's nutty. Everybody can see this is not normal to do this to another human being. Then they get you tested and they may find, then I don't know. Right now, when you're committing the crime, you've said, I'm going to make you lie about it. I know it's wrong. I know it's illegal. I know it could go to jail. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm Charles Perry. I got power. Do you? But we're quoting you. You're not quoting us. You're the one asking about leaks. We don't have leaks. We don't ask those kind of questions. So, prong-wise, you meet one, not the other. Right? Okay. Michael, we tell you, get him home. Get him the fuck home. We know you drugged him. You know why we found out? When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you take my money, when you cause problems for me, my guys, you take from me, they take from you. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order, or you got a leak, they have an informant. You just have a weirdo problem you have absolutely no power over. An embarrassing one. And, you know, you got problems, and you're making it worse for you and everybody else when you go at me. It's this kindergarten shit. Cause and effect, same, different, before and after. We always get it before. They had not taken depositions yet when we said it. He was drugged, he didn't do it. They didn't take depositions till May. We said it in January in an email. We said it again in March in another email in 2020. They did the depositions in May. Can you count? January, February, March, April, May. 5 months. 5 months before they deposed first responders who said, yeah, we gave them Narcan because somebody gave them opioids. Nobody bothered to check why, who, what, when, how to get that. How much was there? Because you enjoy obstructing justice, don't you? And you're caught when you do it to me. Michael's case was tied to mine, or I wouldn't have found that. We wouldn't have had that, would we? Your guy calls you a poking, peeping, pink pen, a pathetic parrot. He said a hell of a lot more after that I cannot repeat. Is that the best you can do with your life? Huh? I mean, come on. When you do it to me, we get more. When you get caught, my guys go to work. They invade your privacy, and they take. You take from me, they take from you. You cause me a problem, they'll cause you 20. It's called law enforcement. They're kicking your ass, criminal. That's what they do. So, use allegedly. You can talk to the judge about it when you're at trial. Right now, you don't tell us what to do, okay? You don't know what we already have an order for. Dum-dum, we don't have to tell you that, do we? I'm entitled. We said get this man home. Get him home. Because if you don't, we'll fuck you up. Your crime, we're going to fuck it up. That's what we do. Didn't we not say that? I think we did. You guys promised me that you're going to fix the problem. And here we are again. It's another bigger mess than ever. She quoted you guys again all damn day. So, why is he still invading her privacy? Why is he still pestering her? Why is she still broke? By the way, why isn't she at the club waitressing tonight? Here's the thing. I can't go waitress out there because they got their drug dealer doing the waitressing and they're not going to make her leave. She's dealing their drugs. Is that true or not, Charles? Prove it. One way or the other. Prove it one way or the other. And they're trafficking. They got a couple of girls trafficking there. They're paying them by throwing stage money, so it's laundered immediately. And then after they go home and do their thing, sexual favors, suck their dick. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. Isn't that what you guys want? Isn't that what you hire girls for? And then instead of paying them, like prostitution, you immediately launder the money by have them throw it on stage, right? The $14,000, bought 3 girls, right? And one of them was upset because one of them gave me door money and $60 of a tip. So she was a little short. And she had to leave The owner made them leave because they didn't buy anything. They couldn't buy anything. They'd already bought, the money was for prostitution. They needed to throw it on the stage, and the owner made them leave before they could launder it. And she about had a nervous breakdown. Isn't that right? Is it yes or no? It's either true or it's not. You fucking allegedly stick that up your ass. You don't know what we can and cannot do. We have a strategy. It's been approved by the judge. A lot of thought and evaluation went into it. Not like y'all. We don't just, out of our ass, we come up with this stupid plan. Nope. We think about it. We got people that are very, very good at what they do. Mr. Princess plays with a doll all damn day. And they get the judge to okay all that crap. You don't know. When you go to trial, then ask the judge then. Okay? Meantime, when we quote you, that's because you pissed us all off. We told you not to contact me, didn't we? Don't contact me. I don't like it. I don't care what you think. Didn't ask you. I think you need to get off me and stop raping me and get out of my home. You were never invited in it. You're an intruder, not an invited guest. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. People are helping us, not you. Everybody hates you. When you're gone, we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. No more problems, no more drama, no more loss, no more broke Cyndi, no more raped Cyndi. We don't have to deal with that. It's over. So what a reporter said is, had they done in March 2020 what she said, and, Lucky just did this meth bust, had they, framed one of those schmucks for this murder, what would have happened is, had she continued to assert that they killed Lucky, we would have said she's wrong, if not a little nutty. But that's not what they did. They helped get Mike home. Why would we believe that they killed Lucky and framed? They didn't frame Mike. They backed the blue. But that's not what they did. What they did is they did everything to make themselves look guilty. So now we know she's telling the truth. They did the car vandalism, or they wouldn't have killed Lucky and tried to kill Mike. They killed Lucky and framed Mike, or she would have testified and she wouldn't be broke right now because they're trying to starve her till she lies. I told you so. I did say. How many times a day do we say that? Didn't I just say that? Didn't we already catch him on that? Didn't she already? People say that about you. Is he that dumb? She's already talked. She knows they caught him. She's talked about it more than once, and he's still trying to do it, thinking nobody will suspect a thing. Yeah, no, it's out, dude. You dumb fuck, it's out. You are caught on that already. Once we talk about it, you're caught. We only need you to say it once. Everything else after that's icing on the cake. Ringtone Richard is like 100 times. Right? Get a ringtone, Richard. We heard you guys tell him that so many times. We call him Ringtone Richard now. You told him that. So get a ringtone, Richard. So all the stuff on Officer Neely's case is here. Pictures of him with not a mark on him. You can't, yeah. You guys are something. Here's the prostitution solicitation here. Here's what my shrink said. They try to make me look crazy. She goes, no, it's a stalking escalation. He provokes, he antagonizes, and he instigates constantly. And now you got somebody mad at you. You guys promised me this would be fixed. Every day you promise me it's going to be fixed. And every day Charles makes it into a bigger mess than ever. Why isn't she out of that? Well, we just need to get her out of that club. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Why isn't she out there now? Second of all, the accusations are felony stalking. You're not supposed to care if she's out there or know if she's out there. So how are you going to do all this and it not be just stalking or just hacking? Use the DoorDash app to get some lady to identify Cynthia, and the lady goes, actually, that's not the woman. Cynthia's a lot. This woman is bigger than Cyndi. We've heard that a lot too. All the witnesses say that. This woman is quite a bit bigger than Cynthia. This woman is bigger than Cynthia. This woman is quite a bit bigger than Cynthia. How many times we got to repeat the same thing? Yeah, I don't know. We only need it said once. One time. Alright, so we got this all today. Okay, the thing with this is my acceptance rate is 19%. That means Charles, since he hacked my DoorDash order to use it to make me starve into a lie, right? They give me canned food and go, see, we fed you. You know what else they did? Mr. Perry just typed in my phone earlier tonight. We paid your rent. Well, here's what we thought happened. My ex-husband gave me a loan that I have to pay back with the student loan, which then I have to pay the student loan. Because you're not letting me make any money to just pay my bills. Every contract that gets interfered with, every commerce, everything when I don't have money and my bills are paid late, or not at all, you're fucked. You're paying for that. Do you understand? Your $25 million didn't buy you a cover-up. It bought us intel. Nobody else has. And you got guys complaining. He's not fixing it. It's more of a mess than ever. Yeah. Why is she broke? Why isn't she working as a waitress tonight, making some money to pay her bills? So these guys aren't all pissed off at us? And then she's quoting us all damn day? Why is he invading her privacy and pestering her again today? Yeah, I don't know. My acceptance rate should be a hell of a lot higher than that. But when I get crap orders, see, I'm a business person, Charles. I don't just take every order that comes in. I got to be able to make a profit on it. Time and gas has to be factored into every order that comes in. If it's 8 miles and $3, there's no profit in that, Calvin. Is there? This is your fault. You're going to pay for this one, Calvin. Bald, fat Calvin. We know you're bald and fat and short. So one of the guys that helps me, he's about the same size as Jason Moore, huge, except he's in shape. And last time I saw Jason, he was not in shape, but they're big guys. My guy could palm you and Charles both. Palm you. They don't think it's cute when a guy wants to beat down a woman to feel tough. He said, you know what? You want to pick on somebody? Pick on me. There will come a day where you'll get that chance. But you don't pick on women and kids. If you want to feel tough right now, go to a biker bar, pick a guy in there and beat him up. Otherwise, you're just a pussy and a coward. Men are not to pick on women or beat them down. So, there's that. So, and there's the canned food. They let me make a little bit of canned food here. Here's my tuna. Every day it's like that. Every day I can't pay my bills, Mr. Perry. We get more. You're instigating, antagonizing, and pissing off people with a shit ton of power. Power to tell me what you just said. What does that say? The longer you're in my house raping me, the more we get. The more you contact me, the more we get. The more you fuck with my family, the more we get. If I'm not hanging out with my family, which is what I came here to do, and I'm broke, I'm not paying my bills, and I don't have my privacy, and Michael Neely's not at home with his family, you're fucked. You contact me, you ask about leaks, you're fucked. We say it, and then we show you. We don't have to say allegedly. We have a strategy here, and that's too bad. You don't get to know that. You're not entitled to shit. You're the offender. Everybody's sick of you. Look at this. This is the guy yelling. If we can just get her back to the club, and he goes, nope. No. I don't want to hear that. Why isn't she there now? I thought y'all had that all worked out. She's not there now, is she? No? Okay, the allegations are felony stalking. You got to get around that too. Yeah, so he's mad. Every day you tell me you're going to fix it, and every day it's more of a mess than ever. Now she knows Beverly is mad about what shoes she wore. How does Beverly knows what shoes I have? Who the fuck is Beverly? Stalker. And a witness going, well, the person I saw doesn't even kind of look like Cynthia. In fact, she's quite a bit bigger than Cynthia. We get more. You fuck with me, we get more intel. People are telling on you, not us. We don't make a bunch of phone calls and ask who leaks are. Is it you? Are you helping stop my crime? Please stop stopping my crime. Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weirdo as she says. I'll make it worth your while if you cover it up. Okay. Well, no. Okay. No. Actually, the answer is no. So we got all that today because my hair's more coarse, or the other person's hair. She just said, we just heard her say hair's more coarse. So or we don't know. I don't know exactly who she was talking about. I'm going to guess it's mine. Look, when you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you take from me, they take from you. They invade yours. You make a problem for me, they make 20 for you. Isn't that what this is? What is it you think you're covering up, sir? $25 million bought us a shit ton of intel. See? It's right here. People hate you. They like us. We're making you stop. We're not hurting people. You are. You're very hated. Point out for me the marks on Mike Neely, that looked like he was in a fucking fight. Oh my gosh, there's not any. Detective Dum Dum here, finger paint cop, didn't say, well, Mr. Neely, right here, you've been beat. Here's a bruise, here's a bruise, here's a bruise, and here's the bump on your head that caused you to be knocked out. Didn't say that at all, did he? Because he didn't have injuries. There's no injuries to point to. Red swollen right hand. Yes, Dum Dum. Look, if I'm a detective, right? If I watch Las Vegas CSI or something even, just that, you don't even have to be a detective. You can look at it and go, well, in his right hand, he has an IV needle. Might that be what made it red and swollen? It's not hard. This is not hard. It's not rocket science. Then one of you guys go, we want to frame her for a murder? But that's kind of hard to do with somebody who took a forensic science class. Aw, poor you. Go call your mommy. No one else cares that your frame-up didn't work. David, go into court with a straight face and say, she's clairvoyant. There aren't any cops. Do it. Do it, David. Clairvoyanted myself this puzzle in jail. Right, David? Right there. If I were to actually go be sold, do you realize the I told you so's that would bring? I did say, I told you he sold me. He's a human trafficker. That comes with a life sentence, dum-dum. What is it you think you're covering up? What do you think you're getting away with if we know before that you trafficked me, and to who? Any of the victim have that kind of information? No, probably not. Name one. Name one victim that has this information. Why is it different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it? Kindergartners can understand this. Why can't you? So today, people are starting to get mad. Our guy said for the last 2 weeks, the biggest complaint is we've tried to reason with Charles, and it's might as well go try to reason with a tree. He fucking acts like he acts like he doesn't understand you. You can't reason with somebody who's stupid and crazy. You can't do it. You know what's really stupid? When you're trying to fix stupid. Yeah, I know. I've been there. I've done it myself. And you do. You might as well go beat your head on the wall. You get the same result. Exactly. Charles can't understand what people say. I'm going to say it right here. Most of what people say to him, he has no fucking idea what you're saying. He doesn't know. Our shrink, at some point, is likely to pursue his license, his doctor's license, because it's completely irresponsible that Mr. Perry's not in a mental hospital or a nursing home. He's not functioning. He's sitting on his butt, watching television, pretending that's his life, playing with little girl toys, literally, every day, all day long, instigating, provoking, and antagonizing other people in a state where he doesn't live and wasn't invited. How embarrassing. So, people are starting to have tried to reason with him and try to help him not do what he's doing. It's illegal. You're causing a problem here. You're making a big mess here. You're drawing attention to your whole criminal organization, which we don't care about, but some of his people do. And you can't get through. It's like talking to a fucking wall. He's got the IQ of an ice cube. IQ of a bag of hammers. You act like by the response, you can tell he can't understand what you're saying. Can't do it. Nursing home. But we get all this out of that. All of those are subject lines to an email that I typed up that was a quote from what you discussed in your meeting. These are all your people. You're not naming my people, we're naming yours. See? Every contact we get more. Every minute you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order, you just got a weirdo problem with no power to overcome it. And control yourself. No filters. All of this. The lady is bigger than her. The lady I saw, it's not the same woman. It's not even close. The woman I saw is quite a bit bigger than Cynthia. We've heard it over and over, and we only need you to say it one time. And you use my DoorDash app to get that information. Illegal access and use of my electronic device. Okay? So you get caught when you do it to me. Look at that. You have until Thursday to traffic me. You trafficked me, you're caught. You act like you don't know that. Everybody else knows that. Why don't you? Dum-dum. Okay, it's illegal to traffic, dum-dum. 20,000 recordings about you talking about taking my car. 20,000 times you guys had a meeting and discussed how to take my car. 20,000. We only need one. One of them, and in court, you're fucked. Yeah, coercion is a very serious crime. This is what sex traffickers do. This is the detailed specifics we get every time you contact me, every time you invade my privacy, every time you cause me a problem. You cause me a problem, they'll cause you 20. Don't complain about it, you asked for it. There's the witness statement. There's our witness statement. It is him. He is doing it. Yeah, you don't get to whine when you're caught. Sorry. Using the DoorDash illegally. Right? McNamara email was the first you know of, but not the first. He's going to do a false arrest to coerce her. That's what the McNamara email is about. I'm sorry. When I use third person, I'm quoting somebody else. Somebody did say that. The McNamara email is about using false arrest to coerce her. In my email of October 29, 2015, I do say he's using a false arrest and enticement to try to force me to do something against my will. And somebody else knows. At this point, I wasn't allowed to say there was an investigation. In here, though, we talk about a Jenga. I'm the Jenga piece. You push and pull me, your whole thing gets wobbly. You're drawing heat to you. You're drawing the heat on your organization, Charles. It's not legal, but we're going to take her car away from her. Last sentence. Not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. Right, Calvin? Bald fat Calvin? You talk about it, too. Uh-huh. This is what the cops are supposed to do. We get the kind of criminals we deserve. Every society gets the kind of criminals it deserves. What is equally true that every community gets the kind of law enforcement it insists on. So we don't have to say use allegedly, because we are working a strategy here, and we don't have to explain that to you. When you go to court, talk to the judge about it. See if he gives a rat's ass. Okay? He might not. He might go, oh, poor you. Maybe that's a civil rights violation. Okay, we'll throw all this out. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's already approved it. Maybe we already have judicial approval. Maybe there's a great detail. Maybe the shrink goes, here's why we need to do this, XYZ. Here's how we need to do it, and here's the goal we intend to achieve to stop these criminals. And we don't owe them an explanation. Not right now. All that's for court, right? We're going to get her back to Texas where we can do more harm to her. Right, Calvin? Yeah, Calvin, you're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Look at that. We want to get her fired from Sensations. Take her car, hand her a restraining order, and get her fired right there, all at the same time. That way she has to walk all the way back to Tulsa, and she can't talk about it. She can't tell on us on what we did. Okay. Duly noted for the record. If it happens, then we go, well, I did say, we told you so. Our guys got it. They like obstructing justice and tampering with witnesses. That's pretty much what they do. Yep. Okay, here we go. This is the witness. This is the waitress thing, trying to frame me for a petty theft. I quit opening the bag, and I quit setting up the money, because we're here just talking about, frame her for a petty theft. When she sets the money out at the beginning of the night, take some of it and say she did it. 10 o'clock, she comes running in. I just counted the money. We always counted at the end of the night. Oddly, tonight, 200's missing. And you know how I know that? At 10 o'clock, I counted it. Never done that before. Pull cameras and call Paul. I think every night, at least 10 times, that girl said, pull cameras and call Paul. I've never said, your drug dealer girl? Does she suck your dick too? Excuse my vulgarity, but that's kind of your thing. You're sex traffickers. That's what you do. It's a legitimate question. So, this is, prove it or not, sir, that she works for you and she's your drug dealer. So, the guys are telling me, listen to this. They play it for me. He goes, don't open that bag again. Don't open it. All that time, you got a key, you got a code to the safe. There's no complaints about money missing at all until she gets there. She's hired. She's not there half the time. She's a drug addict. Drug addicts will make money, go buy drugs, call in sick and sit at home and get high until they run out of money, and then they come back to work. Now, occasionally, even when she'd called in sick, she'd pop in because she had drugs to deliver. So even on days where she called in, oh, I'm sick, I don't feel well, she'd swing by. I'm going to swing by. And I'd be like, why are you swinging by? You don't feel good. Or my kid's at home sick. We've been in the emergency room. Her kid's always in the fucking emergency room. Sure, we believe you. Everyone believes you. We were all born yesterday. We're all dumb. My kid's in the emergency room. I don't know. I can't make it. Next thing we know, here she comes swinging in. I'll swing into work. Yeah, because you got drugs to deliver. Because otherwise, there's no way you'd be here right now. She's hired for a month. Half of that, she's not there. Or she's late or leaves early. Right? Swings in on her days when her kid's at home dying, just out of the emergency room. Or she's sick. Because she's got to deliver drugs. Right? And during all that time, there's no money missing. There's no complaints of money. I'm sitting right there with all that money. I got the key. I got the code. Nothing's missing. No complaints at all. Just that one night, right after Calvin tells her, when she sets the money up, take some of it and we'll say she did it. And we heard you. So my guys are like, don't do it. So I stopped opening the bag and setting the money up. I just throw it on the counter. I take it out of the safe and throw it up on the counter. That's all on the camera. You can see me throw it on the counter. And she comes in running. Oh, I counted the money. $200 missing. Yeah, at 10 o'clock. All of a sudden, all this time, we've never done that. We wait till the end of the night. Tonight, though, you've done it at 10. And no, oh, surprise, money's missing. Yes, we pull the cameras and call Paul. Oh, God. Okay, here we go again with that. With the romper room, pull the cameras and call Paul bullshit. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't open the bag. You set the money up. I didn't touch it. I didn't open the bag. I changed my habits because we heard y'all talking about it. You're caught on that. And she goes running back in the other room, comes back. Oh, the DJ had it. Did he? Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. Bye-bye. That's all. Okay. I've already told that story, Mr. Perry. I've told it over and over and over and over and over. All this time, nobody's asked me for a key. There's no text from my boss going, money's missing. We need you to pay it back. Nothing like that. I've worked for the man for 8 years, had access to all the money. Nothing's missing. There's no complaints about anything. I don't steal. Now, you're going to get sued for slander. Okay? We know you did that because you were recorded talking about it, you and Calvin. And then Calvin and Amanda. Okay? So, when you do the crime to me, it's going to be a criminal charge too. It's called false reporting, shit like that. He's got a list just on that one event. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. Nothing else happens. You just get caught. $25 million that you plus paid out for a cover-up bought us intel. People are helping us, not you. They don't like you. They like us. They don't like the horror and the terrorizing that you do to me all day on day. They don't like me being broke. They don't like you invading my privacy. And they don't like you pestering me. All of that is illegal for a reason. All of this right here, we got a shit ton of stuff on this waitress. You don't even know what's all in that file. It's none of your business, is it? The guys have even more than that. Don't say we have to use allegedly. It isn't your call. It's not up to you. And you don't tell us how to do our job. You're the offender. You're not entitled to a lie. You're not entitled to a cover-up. We're entitled to a work-free place environment to work in. And to not be stalked and sold and trafficked and robbed and raped and lied about and our body used against our will for your profit. We also do not appreciate you using taxpayer-funded resources to facilitate the sale of a person. You don't get to do that. So when you do the crime to me, you get caught. Because people are sick and tired of y'all. Now, David, do go into court with a straight face and tell the judges, whichever ones you're in front of, there's no police investigation. She's psychic. Do it. I dare you. Cannot wait to see that. That is going to be something. When you do the crime to me, we get more. Okay? Now, what I said in 2016, I appreciate the fact that you've gotten away with this all your life. But not this time. Watch this. You like looking, look at this. Did I not say that? And now you're running around going, who told on me? And you got people mad. Every day you tell me you're going to fix this, and every day Perry makes it more of a mess than ever. Why isn't it? Well, if we can just get her back to the club. No, yep. Stop. Why isn't she there now? I thought y'all worked all that out. No, they did not. I don't think they even tried. That's their drug dealer. They're not going to work shit out. Second of all, what difference does my shoe make to you? Huh? What's Beverly worried about it? Who the fuck is Beverly? And why are you using my DoorDash to get a witness to ID me who says, by the way, that's not her. They don't even kind of look the same. The woman I saw is a hell of a lot bigger than Cyndi. And we have already heard that over and over and over and over. Okay? You need your smear campaign. We all get it. But you're caught. When you do the crime to me, you're caught. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order. You have a weirdo problem. Try to control it. It's very embarrassing. When you take my money, the longer Mike's in jail, the more problems you cause, they're going to cause 20 for you. I've said it over and over and over. Don't complain. You asked for it. There's your shovel. Dig away.
I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Jeff got been raping you.